herd event for professional hoop jumpers. I parked my truck in the shade, saying a quick prayer of thanks for the shady spot. I don't know why I do things like that, praying over a parking spot, as though the Lord himself is concerned about which parking space I get. Surely he has more important things on his mind. But I said the prayer anyway, parked my truck, grabbed my swim bag, and set out to find my colleagues. They were bunched up in a good spot, near a group of picnic tables, under a live oak tree, and next to one of my favorite things in life, a rope swing. What could be more fun, I ask you? Rope swings are childhood for grown-ups. I said my hellos and settled in on one of the tables next to my department head, Helene Levine. I liked the name. It had a swingy, rhymey sort of rhythm to it. One of the matriarchs, as she liked to describe herself, referring to her Jewish heritage. Helene is indeed matriarchal. She's an imposing woman with a big battle-axe bosom and a manner that is simultaneously threatening and nurturing. I don't know how she pulls that off, but I love her. And she loves me. For some reason, as different as we are, we hit it off from the beginning. I signed up as daughter to her nurturing side. This day, she was in threatening mode, at least with everyone else. Foul-tempered in the heat, I guess. And probably sick of babysitting her faculty charges. In any case, she brightened when she saw me, handed me a plate of fried chicken and potato salad, and poured me a cold soda. I settled in to eat. The food was good. Few things in the world sing to my heart like picnic food, especially good fried chicken. And I knew Helene had fried this chicken herself. I ate a breast and a wing, 2 helpings of potato salad, and a huge fudge brownie, all washed down with the national drink of Texas, Dr. Pepper. A meal of champions. Then the rope swing beckoned. Since most PhD folks spend lots and lots of time bent over books or lecturing halls full of students, they don't get outside much. Hence, they tend to be white and lumpy. They are also not very much fun. I'm not terribly lumpy by nature and try to grasp at any fun that is to be had, being determined as I am not to sacrifice my life on the altar of academe. So while everyone else stayed safely dressed and sheltered on the shore, I availed myself of the dressing room, changed into my bikini, and jumped into the pool. For a while, I was self-conscious with all those psychologists watching me frolic by myself. Surely there was something Freudian in my behavior that would get me duly diagnosed and labeled. I kept at it, though, and eventually they lost interest in me and returned to their conversations. After some diligent practice with the rope swing, I discovered that if I timed it just right, letting go at the very zenith of the arc as I swung out over the spring, I could hit a deep well in the pool, falling into cool, dark water that seemed to take me somewhere safe and almost otherworldly. I did that over and over, sloughing off my stress from the weekend. I had been working, after all, and leaving it on the cold, smooth slabs of limestone at the bottom of the pool. After several minutes of this, I climbed onto the shore, ready for another go, and discovered that someone was competing for my toy. A man stood there, holding the swing tentatively. I found everything about him unsettling. His skin was chalk white, and he was hairless as a cue ball. He looked like a cancer victim. Not a survivor, which conjures up sinewy visions of strength and triumph, but a victim. Someone weak and bony and sickly. Just this side of death. Next to me, with my against dermatologist's advice summer tan, he looked like death itself. I'm not shy, so I walked up next to him. "You want a turn?" I asked. "What do you do?" His voice was strong and deep, incongruous against his appearance. I wasn't sure if he was asking what I did for a living or what you do with a rope swing. Since I don't like to tell people what I do for a living, I opted for the rope swing question. "You just grab on it and swing out," I said, "and then let go as far out as you can. I'll show you." I took the rope from him and walked backward to the rock I'd been jumping off of, then made a run for it, landing again in my favorite spot. When I came up for air, he was in the water right next to me. I suddenly felt uncomfortable. I fell back on a lame old line. "Come here often?" I asked. "Never," he said. "I'm not from Austin." "Where are you from?"